Hi everyone, welcome to Cooking with Susanna. Please don't forget to subscribe. I will be posting weekly and I also will be posting those shopping hauls that you enjoy. All right, thank you so much. Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me again. I wanted to share these beautiful flowers with you because some of my viewers, they love fruit trees and flowers, so I thought it would be nice to share. And also, thank you so much for all of your support. And I wanted to say happy belated Valentine's. And if you would like to share with me what you did on that special day, what I did is I went to a concert. It was great fun. And I stayed just a day at an Airbnb, which was absolutely wonderful. I had such a great time. And here's a picture. So what I ordered for Valentine's Day, it was so delicious. I ordered stuffed stuffed bell peppers. So that's what I'm going to be making today. And it's actually going to be my first time. It was so delicious. I was just taking a close look at the ingredients. And I said, hey, I could actually make this at home. So I wanted you to join me until the end. And we're going to see how it turns out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with opening up these bell peppers. I just got all the colors except for the green ones. So I'm going to just go ahead and wash these. These are my favorite. They're a bit mellow and sweet compared to the green ones. So I'm going to go ahead and wash these. I noticed also in the stuffed peppers they did put rice, but I'm going to pass on that. And I noticed they also put tomatoes and spices, which that's what I'll be putting in. And what was so amazing is that the stuffed peppers, the meat was actually grass-fed beef, which I thought that was so amazing because, that's a higher quality beef, which contains three and six omegas. And it's also high in vitamin E compared to the regular factory farm beef. So I thought that was a plus. Yeah, I always try to get, better quality ingredients because, we're trying to eat healthy and we don't want to just, so many don't know, but the regular factory farm beef, they're fed sewage sludge, which, we are what we eat. And so that's why, my preference is to get grass-fed beef. It's more nutrient dense also. So I'm going to go ahead and open that. They have various brands. So today I picked this up at Sprouts. It's organic grass-fed ground beef and it's 7% fat, 93% lean. I think that this would be fitting because the stuffed bell peppers, It wasn't greasy at all. It was very meaty and it was so delicious. And so there's 3 1-pound packs, and this was about $26, which I feel that's such a fair price. Being that it's also organic, it's not just grass-fed. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to just put my seasoning in the bowl. So this right here, it's a no salt seasoning, it's herbs. I just put approximately like 2 tablespoons. And you could pick your favorite seasonings. I just feel whatever tastes good, just, put it in. This is a fermented garlic. Normally I chop fresh garlic, but if I'm pressed for time, I'll just go ahead and use this. It's just as delicious. And here I have some sea salt. This is a fine grain. I'm gonna just put about, I'd say a teaspoon, not too much because I don't want to over salt it. I'm also going to add roasted garlic, rosemary, and sea salt. And here I have a garlic seasoning. And this one consists of thyme and oregano and chili. I'll just put a little bit of that. And if you'd like, you could share with me what you had on Valentine's Day. What did you order? I'd really love to know. So another thing that was really delicious is the stuffed peppers. It did have melted cheese on top, but I'm not going to do that until I'd say the last 5 minutes or 10 minutes before, it's thoroughly cooked. Just so I don't want to overcook the cheese. I just want it melted. So this is my first time. If you have any tips that you'd like to share with me, please do. Alright, that looks pretty good, and it smells so delicious with all of these spices. Okay, I'm just going to clean my hands. So these are thoroughly washed. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna grab a knife. All right, so I'm gonna cut, let's see, just the stems off. Okay, and I'll take out the inner a bit because I know the inner could be bitter if you leave, you know, the white intact, the white parts intact. I could already tell these are going to be filling because there's a lot of depth. I always hear about stuffed peppers, but I never make them because I cut up my bell peppers into the ground beef and I just end up eating it just like that. But my Valentine's dinner was so delicious. I want to make this a part of my dinner menus now. Okay, so there's some seeds in here, so I'm just going to quickly wash these. Okay. So I'm going to place these into the baking dish. All right, so I cut off the top part. I don't want to waste this. There's so much extra bell pepper. So maybe I'll just dice it up and mix it into the burger meat. I think that would be a great idea because I don't like to waste. Okay, so now we're ready for the fun part. I'm gonna go ahead and stuff these. I'm going to actually preheat my oven to 375. Oh, looks like I left a sticker on there. Okay.
Sending to your phone. You can also find a notification in your Alexa app. Sending to your phone. You can also find a notification in your Alexa app.
So just by looking at this, one of these are going to be so filling. These are giant. These look beautiful.
Sending to your phone. You can also find a notification in your.
Okay, friends, so 3 pounds of ground beef, 6 bell peppers.
Sending to your phone. You can also find a notification.
This looks absolutely delicious. It just fit perfectly. So based on my experience cooking, I would say $3.75 for about 50 minutes. And so I'll see you guys in 50 minutes, and please join me until the end. I'm gonna add that last topping where I put the cheese on top and put it back in the oven. So I'm gonna put these in the oven. They look so delicious. I can't wait to try them. Hi everyone, this is the cheese I'm going to be using for the stuffed bell peppers. It's Dubliner, it's by Kerrygold, and it's from grass-fed cows. It's aged for 12 months and it's a product of Ireland. It's so delicious, and this giant block is like, it's less than $8 at Costco, so that was such an amazing price. So I'm going to top the peppers with some of this, and thank you for staying with me until the end. We have 3 pounds of grass-fed ground beef and 6 bell peppers. So I'm going to cut 6 pieces of cheese. So I'm going to bring out the peppers. They look absolutely delicious. So I cook them for 50 minutes on 375 bake. And they came out so beautifully. So this is the last step. So this was so delicious for my Valentine's dinner. I'm so happy to make it at home. I'll pop these in for, I'd say about 8 minutes on 350, just to melt the cheese. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take out these grass-fed beef stuffed peppers now. We were just melting the cheese. Oh, these look so delicious. So just one of these is enough to fill you up. You don't need to eat two. We have 3 pounds of grass-fed ground beef with 6 bell peppers. One is just so filling. I could tell just by looking at it. So I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's plated. So as a carb, I made a pot of pasta marinara. I'm just going to go ahead and serve a little bit of that. Well, this is a nice, pretty one right here. I'm just going to lift it out and I'll go ahead and cut it so you can see what it looks like in the inside. So I'll cut it straight down. It's so hot. Wow, it's so juicy. So this came out so beautiful. Wow, this is going to be a regular in my kitchen. So delicious. And thank you for joining me until the end. And I'll see you next time. Hello, friends. I just wanted to give you a quick update. This was the first time I made this dish, and I want to let you know that it was absolutely delicious. During dinner, it was so scrumptious, and so I enclosed a picture of the spices that I used just as reference for you. I thought it would be helpful. So enjoy, and if you make stuffed bell peppers regularly, I'd love to hear what you use, for your filling. So thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye.